So for those just joining us, welcome to a brand new month. Welcome to the month of March. Gradually, the year is progressing, and I believe we are equally progressing. With our account as traders, I hope your account is making profits. All right, so let's start our analysis. This analysis actually is going to focus on the app, fundamental and technical, and for the week, for this week, first week of March. That's from today, 3rd to the 7th of March this year, 2025. Please, if you have a video on, kindly just put a video so that it doesn't drag our network. Yes, happy new month, Madam Monaji. All right, let's start. So I'll just look at the key events for the week of time. It's very important. Today, Monday, there'll be pulse CPF flash estimate yearly and CPF flash estimate yearly from the Eurozone. Any CPI event is important, and that will come up by 11 a.m. Please let's take note. That means we need to trade the Europeans with caution around this time, and that will be at 11 a.m. this morning. I think I have a couple of instruments, technicals that we'll just look at, in view of that event. Now, even though it's a medium impact event, the it's the orange box, but nonetheless, CPI is CPI. So let's just still treat with a lot of caution. And later today by 4 p.m., there will be ISM manufacturing CMI from PMI rather from the United States by 4 p.m. today. And it will happen simultaneously with the ISM manufacturing prices. All of them combined could result in some volatility in the market. So let's take note of the dollar. Paul Obasi said, please, analysis name. I don't think I get that explicit question. All right, tomorrow, Tuesday, we have retail sales, monetary policy minutes happening simultaneously with retail sales by 1:30 a.m. tomorrow. That'll be night here in Nigeria. But if you're outside the country and it's in line with your time zone, or you want to stay away to trade it, by 1:30 a.m. And on Wednesday, also early Nigerian time, late in the night, but stay awake there and or if it's aligned with the time zone. There's also going to be the GDP quarterly on AUD by 1:30 a.m. Wednesday night Nigeria, but the early on other countries in other parts of the world. And on that same Wednesday by 8:30 a.m. there will be CPI from Switzerland. That's a CHF. The CPI from Switzerland zone can also try to be available to trade that particular event. Okay, we can begin this pointer now. That should point us in the direction. All right, and on Wednesday also, the other events, we have a lot of events on the dollar from 2:15 p.m. to 2:15 p.m. downwards. All of them will really move the market. And on Thursday, the important event on Thursday is that one, we have Euro Summit, which is an all-day event. It could give some, impact on the euro on the subtle side, but the key ones that will move the euro on that day will be the other euro events. Like on Thursday now, there will be 2:15 p.m. There will be main refinancing rate, monetary policy statements simultaneously. This will happen, and by 2:45 there will be ECB press conference. All this combined with 2:30 p.m. unemployment claims. Anything on employment is taken on the dollar. On Thursday, we will have some volatility on the dollar based on the unemployment claims, along with main refinancing rates and monetary policy statement. So all these three in the market between 2:15 and 2:30 p.m. And the key currency pair that will be affected by this is actually the euro USD. We have the euro and the dollar. So these three events will affect the euro USD. Let's take note of that. And finally, on Friday, we have the big one that is always anticipated every month, and that's the NFP. 2:30 p.m. on Friday, we have average hourly earnings, non-farm employment change, and the unemployment rate. These three combined is the biggest event in the forex market every single month. And like I always tell us, we're going to be trading it live. We're trading live. So if as at this morning you don't have funds in your account, or if you don't have any account with us at all, just head over straight right now to our website at www.forexfactory.com and open a live. Sorry, that's a Forex Factory, puprime.com, pardon me. Head straight to puprime.com, that's our website, and open a live trading account. Make sure you verify your account and go ahead to fund so that you can be able to trade with us live on Friday by 2:30 p.m. Two major news events we trade live at PU Prime. We trade NFP and we trade CPI. Now, NFP is the one happening this week. Maybe next week that will be CPI, but the one on board now is NFP. So don't miss this opportunity to trade live with us. When we say we're trading live, what we mean is that by 2:15 p.m., we're coming on live. You click the link in Zoom and WhatsApp group, take you directly to Zoom. And there we'll briefly analyze the market for you, what our expectations for the NFP will be. And we're going to go a step further by giving you live signal, entry price, take profit, stop loss. Now, all of them will be pending order. So if you're there, if you need to brush up how to take your pending order, do that between today and Thursday so that you will not miss out on the opportunity on Friday. And latest by 2:50, 2:20, 2:25, we're going to drop the signal, which you quickly take on your device, either your phone or your laptop, because 2:30 p.m. on the dot, the signal will be released. That will be the time when the data will be uploaded on the forexfactory.com, and instantly the market will move. Now you're expected to join us exactly 2:15 p.m. Don't delay. For some people, they join around almost 2:28, just 2 minutes to the pickup time, and they end up missing the opportunity to place their trade. So you don't want to have this last minute rush. Make sure you are going early so that you can take your signal on time and wait for the market to trigger our trades. We've been doing this for about a full year now. I think we started this around April last year. And like I always tell people, we had almost like a 75 to 80% winning rate, trading live news at PU Prime. Without being proud, I tell you we are the best at doing this in the industry at the moment. And you don't want to miss opportunity. Trade live with a seasoned analyst in the forex industry guide you to a profitable trade. So join us on Friday for NFP. If you don't have an account again, go ahead to our PU Prime, puprime.com, and open the live trading account. If you have an account already, go ahead and top up that account. They don't have unrealistic expectations. Don't fund $100 and it doesn't work like that. Have a reasonable trading capital there. Wait for the signal and hit a good profit. All right, so let's continue with what we have today. So I'm going to flip over now to charts, technicals, and what my view of the market for this week will be. Okay, so I'm on the chart now. I'm on my MetaTrader. Oh. All right, so I'm on a MetaTrader now. And there are three setups I have to show you. Intraday setup, which might trigger in the course of today. All right, apologies, we had the network glitch, and I'm back live. So let's look at what we have technically. If you can see my screen, please go ahead and type a yes so that I can be sure we still have our attention. If you can hear me loud and clear, please type a yes. I'm not not getting our feedback. Okay, thank you, thank you. All right. So let's see.
Yes, I can hear you.
We just had a network glitch. So we're back. All right. So this week I'm going to be looking at the Euro AUD, the Euro New Zealand. The reason is because there seems to be some fundamentals around the AUD for this week, and I'll start with the Euro AUD and GBP. All right. So this is the Euro AUD on the this is the daily time frame. Let's go to the weekly. All right, this is it on the weekly time frame also. And we can see that price currently is trading around a weekly resistance level that dates back to this. Let's take it from here for now. So if we take it back to the daily, we can see that price is trading around this daily and weekly resistance level. And on 4 hour, price is just, still touching that resistance level. Now, last week, this instrument was on a massive bullish blast. I remember at the beginning of the week, I told us that I saw price hit a support level here and may end up completing the second leg of a double bottom pattern. You can refer to the video of last week on the analysis, and that will push price up. And that's exactly what happened. Because these were five candles, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, as at the yesterday. Okay, I remember part of what I said also was that this already I formed a hammer, and that price will be driven up. And that is what happened last week. We had a massive bullish blast on Euro AUD. But it looks like there's going to be a reversal in price this week. There's going to be a reversal in price. We should get ready for a reversal in price. That's if price is unable to break this current resistance level. Now, the last candle of last Friday closed here as a rejection candle, touching the tip of that resistance zone, and that is an indication of a possible reversal. So on the daily, weekly, we have a resistance. On the daily time frame, also we have a rejection candle, both pointing us to a bearish direction of the market. And on the 4 hour time frame, I'm seeing this current setup here forming what looks like a double top, which will lead us to a bearish break. It's still information though, so anything can say happen, but that's what I'm seeing at the moment. And we can push it down to the 1 hour time frame. And it's not too clear as a double top on the 1 hour, but it's clearer more on the 4 hour time frame. So I will just draw my trend line right here. And the second one right at the back here to give me a rising wedge pattern. So we'll take the analysis on the clear note. We have a resistance on the daily, weekly. We have a rejection candle on the daily, and the possible formation of a double top on 4 hour and a rising edge on rising wedge rather on 1 hour. Now, if the double top completes, excuse me, if the double top completes as a double top, we'll have this region as a neckline, and that will see to a breakout of price. Please let everybody mute their devices and hearing some background noise. So like I said, if it completes as a double top, then we have the neckline region right here. And once price is able to break out of that neckline region, we can trigger a sell on Euro AUD. So I'm bearish on Euro AUD both for today and for the week. Now, it's not a trade that will be targeting, except we don't want to take a few pips because the potential of this could span as much as this is Fibonacci 23.6 to 38.8 can give about 86 pips. The Fibonacci 50 can give about 134 pips, and the Fibonacci 61.8 can give about 183 pips. Now, price may or may not get there within today. It's maybe a 1 hour trade, but it's actually uh, intraday stroke kind of swing. Take a day, 2 days, 3 days before price gets to those levels that I've shown. So it's actually at the analysis of Euro AUD for the week that I'm showing. So I'm bearish on the Euro AUD for this week. Now we'll watch this setup closely and give a signal once price is able to break below the neckline. Or if you know how to take that by yourself, you can just set it another. But I want to be very sure price, I really breaks that level or is close to it before I drop a signal. Now, if you're trading manually by yourself, just also make sure that price clearly closes below the that RSI rather clearly closes below 50. That will also be a confirmation on the Euro AUD. So we're bearish for the Euro AUD for this week. And similarly, we're also bearish on the GBP AUD. Like I said, this is about AUD pairs. Now, if you check AUD USD, New Zealand, AUD USD, AUD CHL, you see that they are actually bullish, but I don't want to give signal or set up on all of them. That would be a kind of a repetition. So I'll just give the key ones that have probability set up than the others. So for the GBP AUD, it's still the same setup. We have price trading around the resistance zone on the daily time frame. And if you go to the weekly, it's still the same. In fact, it looks a lot like it's trying to form a double top on the weekly. So resistance on daily, resistance on weekly. On 4 hour, it's 4 hour, 1 hour is trying to form a double top, just like what we saw on the Euro AUD. Double top is like letter M. Want to know how this works? Just join our physical training sessions that can help you better. And on 1 hour is still, it's not too sharp, but still going to be a double top right there. So just like the Euro AUD again, we draw our trend lines and form a rising wedge pattern as we anticipate a bearish breakout in price. So we have a rising wedge, another one here to complete the pricing. So just like the Euro AUD, will anticipate the completion of the double top. Now, it's a 50-50. Even if the double top doesn't complete as a perfect one, all we're waiting for is a breakout of price below the trend line to see a bearish break on the GBP AUD. So I'm bearish again on GBP AUD for this week. And the third one is the Euro New Zealand. And most of the time, the AUD and the New Zealand pair, they behave the same way because they are strongly positively correlated. If the AUD is buying, New Zealand will buy. If AUD is selling, New Zealand will sell. So they're very strongly positively correlated pairs. So for the Euro New Zealand, this is my view. You can see that the last week also price was just trending up, and currently price is trading around a resistance zone on the daily time frame. It's still trading within that resistance zone. And this is the 4 hour, this is the 1 hour. This one is not having the double top setup like the others, but that's not, it's not a must. But I can still clearly see the formation of a rising wedge pattern. Rising wedge. So on the daily, weekly, we have resistance, and on the 4 hour, still resistance, and hour will have a rising wedge pattern. So I'll be looking for a bearish breakout also. Like I said, these setups is, even though it's intraday, it's 1 hour entry, but then they are actually swing. They are setup that will last for between a day to 3 days before it hits. Except you're looking for just like something to happen. If you want it to run its full course, each of them can give on the average between 80 to 100 piece and above thereabouts. All right, so those are the setup I really have for us for this one. Now, I will still take questions. Now, on the side of the cryptocurrency, there has been a surge over the weekend. And as a trader, we need to be sensitive to these events because they can go a long way to determine the future direction of a financial asset. So if you're there this morning, you trade cryptos, then I have some analysis for you on BTC, BTC USD, Solana, and XRP. And if you're there also, occasionally these days, we do also try to give analysis on stocks for those who might be interested in trading stocks. But this morning, my focus is on the currencies and on the cryptos. So let's go on the crypto. Now, the first crypto I look at is the BTC USD. And the beautiful thing about the BTC USD is that it's just working in line with the analysis I've been given all along. So I will encourage you, if you're a BTC trader, always make sure you join our analysis sessions, every single day, can guide you and give you an insight into what to expect in the market. I'm trying to locate BTC on my charts. All right. So this is BTC USD. I remember telling us clearly last week. Let me remove. Do I need to remove? No, so that we can be sure of what I'm saying. I remember telling us clearly last week that price, okay, for the benefit of those who were not around, let me do it again. Earlier on, as we started the year, I told us that I saw a double top pattern on BTC USD. That's a resistance and a double top, and that price is expected to break out downwards. And that's exactly what happened on BTC. I told us that this region here is the neckline, and that price is expected to break out below the neckline. And that is what happened exactly. And also, I remember telling us that there is a resistance that will turn support. This is a resistance that will turn support. But then the view is this. If price gets to that resistance on support, yes, we will have the reversal back into the long-term bullish direction. It will be, bull run, But I said price was actually taking a retracement. Then I remember telling us there is a Fibonacci setup here, which is what happened last week. I told us that if price drops, we were expecting price to drop to either Fibonacci 50 or 61.8, which coincides, 61.8 coincides with that resistance turn support. I told you that price could either retrace at 50 and go to 61 or reverse from 50. I don't know if anybody remembers that. And if it makes it way to 61.8, then we will have a reversal. And that is what has happened. Price didn't get to 61, we got to 15. And last week, how many days now? Today is Monday, Friday, Saturday, or Monday, Sunday, Saturday, Friday. Price closed on Friday as a very sharp rejection candle on Fibonacci 50. And from there, the reversal started. Price reversed back, above the neckline of the double top. Now, the same thing that happened on BTC is equally what happened to XRP. That's XRP is Ripple and Solana. Now, price closed last week for BTC as a sharp rejection candle on the weekly time frame. And all things being equal, I can tell you that price will target at least this resistance zone. Price currently is trading at $92,000. As of last week, it was around 78,000. Currently, it's trading at $92,000 per Bitcoin. And I can tell you that at least price on the average in the next days or weeks thereabouts is going to target $104,000 per BTC or 105. And if it breaks that 104, 105 level, the next level is going to get to will be 109. So possibly you are there this morning, you are holding BTC. Hold on. Money is going to be made. See, the thing is this, the market requires patience. And that if you are not a patient person, you can't make money in the financial market. Now, we're not talking currencies, now we're talking cryptos. That general adage that says that the patient dog eats the fattest bone. It's most applicable in the financial market. You have to learn to be patient. So my view of BTC now is that the bull run has at least to an extent return, and we're having a move to 109,000 thereabout. And if price breaks that level, it goes back to Fibonacci zero at about $111,000 per BTC. And any break above that, well, we'll have more massive surge. Now the question is this: what really is responsible for this massive reversal we're experiencing. Now, it's because there's a fundamental around it. And I always tell us that fundamentals can override technical analysis. And the fundamental around this is because over the weekend, the US government, through the President Donald Trump, made an announcement of US crypto strategic reserve. And this reserve is set to include major cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, and Cardano. And the aim is to position the United States as the crypto capital of the world. Now, the moment this announcement was made, Bitcoin surged by 10%, reaching $94,000, and XRP moved by 30%, and Solana, also rose by 20%. So this is a policy from this administration of Donald Trump aimed at boosting investor confidence in the market in the United States, and the US now is making crypto the reserve. In some other countries, they make gold, they make natural other commodities to be the reserve currency, but US is adopting cryptocurrency as a reserve currency for the dollar, and that's a big one. So in the coming days, we will see a lot of big. All right, apologies, we had the network glitch and I'm back. So that's my view. Bitcoin is moving higher. If you have an investment in Bitcoin, I would say hold on, hold on. The bulls are here. The market is going bullish again. And like I said, the same thing is also applicable. Same thing happened to XRP. If you trade Ripple, you can see the sharp move in Ripple, the sharp reversal that happened on Ripple over the weekend. This is XRP, just it's going higher. And also finally on Solana USD is equally experiencing the same bull. In fact, for Solana, it's actually forming an inverse head and shoulder pattern. You can see, I remember telling us about it some weeks back of Solana having a double top pattern and price breaking the neckline. Then it dropped to this previous support. And currently, this is daily. If we flip it down to 4-hour time frame, you can clearly see that it's forming, and it actually went up by an inverse head and shoulder. Then it's equally forming another inverse head and shoulder, which will lead to price possibly targeting the earlier resistance zone up there around $260 per BTC, sorry, per Solana. So if you have investments in these assets, just hold on. Both are here. All right. So that being said, I will attend to some of these requests I see here, and we close. Our time is actually spent. So I'll start with the first one. Akman Yeti is asking about GBP card. Now, the same thing that is happening to GBP AUD, where we're expecting a reversal. Also, I foresee a reversal on GBP card likewise. All right, so the view on GBP card last week was that we're seeing head and shoulder at a resistance level on the daily and possibly the weekly time frame. But being Friday, there wasn't sufficient liquidity or volatility to push the price down. So possibly the volatility required might come in the market today. Friday sometimes is really not the best of the days of the week to trade, because markets can become unstable from around 12 p.m. So that might be the reason why price could not push that trade downwards. This is it. This is GP card. Price is still at that resistance zone on the daily time frame. It's still very valid. Even on the weekly, it's still valid. So if you're there, maybe I don't know why that person is asking. Possibly you have a sell trade on GP card, pardon me. You may still hold on. I still expect it to drop in the course of this week. And USD AED JPY is bullish, GBP AED is bullish. The JPY pairs still have a very strong bullish outlook. For those asking, all the JPY pairs. So now I look at USD card, Euro JPY, all of them, we have bullish. That's all. Welcome, happy new month. So I'll look at gold and gold, USD, CHF, USD, JPY. All right, so I'll end my analysis with that. Okay, so that people won't feel I'm trying to evade their analysis, let me just touch on a few of the JPY. Somebody asked about AUD JPY. For Euro JPY, that I think that's all that is asking. You can see this is Euro JPY price closed on a support zone last week Friday, and on the daily we have a kind of a range. This is a range here, but a kind of a rejection candle, and on the 4 hour price is still in a range. But if price breaks out of this range, it is going to buy. It's going to be bullish because of that support from the weekly time frame. That's for Euro JPY. For GBP JPY, all right, so price is actually trending up, is in an uptrend on the daily time frame. There is equally a range, but if price is able to break out above the range, all this is a range. When you see those kind of irregular candlestick patterns, that's a range. But if price breaks out above the range, we will see a bullish movement. And I think somebody asked about AUD JPY. This is AUD JPY. Now, AUD JPY is the one that I would say have more of a kind of clarity. You can see price closed last week, touching the support zone from the weekly time frame, clearly touched that support zone. And on the daily time frame, we have a clear-cut rejection candle. So if you want to trade any JPY that will give you more probability today, that should be the AUD JPY. This one has a clear-cut rejection candle on the daily time frame. Then you can flip to 4 hour, but I would say preferably the 1 hour. This will give you more move on the 1 hour. And on the 1 hour, you can draw the trend line here and the second trend line to give you a falling wedge pattern. All right, so price is expected to reverse and buy in the course of this week. It may drop first before reversing. Anything can happen. Anyone is expected rather. And you are only to look for a buy if price breaks out above this resistance, minor resistance zone here on the 1 hour. So either it drops or it breaks out outrightly. If it drops, this will form a triple bottom, then that will give it more volatility to break out upward. But either way it comes, even if it doesn't come with all those perfect setup I'm giving, once price breaks above this resistance level, you can trigger a buy on the JPY. The last confirmation is your RSI above 50. All right, so that's it for the JPY PS. Then I'll look at USD CAD, USD CHF, and gold, and that will be all for this morning. Okay, before I look at this, I think I should first check the dollar index, USDX. What does it say today? Or what is it saying right? Now, this is the dollar index. This is a weekly time frame. Let's go to the monthly. Okay. Now, the monthly time frame, we can see here that price closed last month. Last month closed with price hitting the resistance turn support zone here. So technically, we're looking at the dollar going slightly bullish. I'll still confirm. So we have a resistance turn support there. Yeah, and you can see that last week we had more of a bullish movement on the dollar because of this resistance which turned support here. We had the bullish movement on the dollar last week. So that might still continue this week. So let's just watch out and see how the market goes. So I still have another minor resistance here. Sorry, support turn resistance here, which could, I think I'll go more with this that is very recent. Yeah. So I have a resistance here, sorry, support, pardon me, support turn resistance, which may drop price downwards. I will go more. This is more recent. So this is a support turn resistance might drop price down, except if there's a strong volatility on the dollar that will break this resistance. Otherwise, for now, short term a bearish view on the dollar. All right, so that's the dollar index. So let's check for USD CHF and USD CAD. For USD CAD, I've always held a bearish outlook on the USD CAD, and that's because I'm seeing a head and shoulder is still very valid. Shoulder, head, second shoulder. The next wave of this is down. So that's in line with what we saw on the dollar index. The next wave of movement on the US CAD is going to be bearish. But then the major dollar event for this week is actually the NFP. That's a major one. So mostly on the week of NFP, before the NFP, the dollar may not give you much volatility. If you observe, I didn't talk about the dollar at all because the major decider of the week is NFP, except if I had seen a clear-cut setup, which I didn't see. That's why I didn't bother talking about the dollar at all. I just focused on the AUD and the user line. So I still maintain my bearish outlook on the USD CAD for the person asking, because currently price is now back to a previous resistance level there. So technically, we should be looking at an opportunity to sell the USD CAD. And for the USD CHF, we've had a long time bearish outlook on this instrument. So currently, price, let's see, price is trading close to a resistance level. This is a resistance. If price hits this resistance and is not volatile, we may see a bearish movement. Say on the dollar for now, I can't give you clear cuts because market is not presenting a clear cut like I gave on the other one. So we just have to wait and see how the week evolves. So for USDCHF, if price hits this resistance, there's a possibility to see a reversal. And for the USD all right, for the USD I checked this earlier, and what I can see is a bearish movement. This one is more direct. Why am I looking at the bearish movement? This is a support on resistance here. That's a candle for last Friday and this morning, both trading at a previous support on resistance level. And if we move down to the 4-hour, we can still see here that price is clearly hitting a resistance level there on 4-hour. And on 1 hour, it forms or it's forming what is looking a lot like a double top pattern, which will drive price down. I'll give a signal on this one, and we're going to close with that. Okay, for those, I mean, you know, some of us still want to check gold, so let me do gold there, we'll close. But I'm expecting a breakout below this neckline. Let me drop it down a little. Yeah, because it's giving me a double top outlook. So if price breaks out, you should see a bearish movement. So I'm bearish on the USD JPY. And since we are at least to some extent have a bearish outlook on the dollar, we might be looking for some bullish movement. It does not mean it's a long-term movement, because I know many people have the outlook that gold is going to drop massively. It may still, but for now, at least for this current time we're analyzing, what I'm seeing might be a bull before a bearish movement. So for gold, you can see that on 4-hour price hits a support zone here. There's been a drop last week. Yeah, drop last week. But currently on 4-hour, it's hit a support zone there on 4-hour. And on 1 hour, it's forming what looks a lot like an inverse head and shoulder that may push price up. So for gold, if price breaks above this resistance on the 1 hour, then that will give us a bullish movement. Good. So this is an inverse head and shoulder information, which will push price up if price breaks above this level. All right, so I'm bearish on the USJPY. Okay, so that's going to be off from my end. Okay, Madam Manager is asking about AUD card. All right, so let me do that for the last. Okay, I gave us a bullish outlook on AUD card last week, and it actually went in line. The analysis price dropped to the tune of about 74 pips. Okay, so is there any setup on AUD card now? Let's check from the weekly, daily. All right, so price hit the support zone on the daily time frame, and it's not clear at the moment, but I think it's trying to form an inverse and show that it will back up. But that will require a lot of volatility. We have a trend line right here. So if this eventually forms an inverse head and shoulder, if price breaks above the neckline region here, then I'm trigger a buy. So I'm bullish on AUD card. All right, so that'll be all from my analysis this morning. I will now go ahead and post a signal on USD just like I said. All right, so I said it on USD I'm seeing the formation of a double top pattern. Yeah, it looks like price is going up, but that notwithstanding, we focus on our focus, if I would say that. So let's look at price breaking this zone here. You're welcome now. Okay, we have a 10 peak there. So let's look at the profit margin. Let me use Fibonacci for that. Please. All right, so we target Fibonacci 61.8. That is reasonable enough. And that can give us at least 30 pips. That's perfect. Okay, so I'll do a sell stop order on USDJPY. USDJPY sell stop at 149, sorry, 150.142. Take profit at 149.826 and stop loss. We should do a 1-to-1 ratio. Or not exactly, maybe so. Okay, this eye should be good. All right, so stop loss is going to be 150, 150, and 424 stop loss. All right, I'll post it now in this Zoom chat, pick it up from there. And if you're in a funded group, you can go ahead to pick it in the funded group that you belong to. Okay, Chidebere, you can chat with me privately on your request. You can reach out to me on the WhatsApp number that I used in posting the link to this class. You can have a private discussion with me on that. So, Chidebere, I don't know if I didn't pronounce it well. I don't mean Chidebere, just reach out to me. Okay, so this is the signal for USDJPY, and I'm posting this immediately in the WhatsApp group. So if you're not in a founder group, I tell you, you're missing a lot. You're missing a lot. You're missing a lot. All it takes to be in a funded group is to have a funded live account. If you have a funded live account with a reasonable deposit, then you can be in a funded group. So if you're there, you don't have any, because in the funded group, a lot more happens. You get more signals than what you have right here. Here, you just do more analysis and drop one. In the funded group, there are more signals dropping there every single day. I think for one of the analysts that dropped signals last week, his signal alone generated close to maybe about 120 pips or close to 200 pips. That's for one person alone. I didn't even update the signals that I dropped. I didn't drop the total number of pips. I didn't do mine. And we have three analysts that do drop signals there. So don't miss out on opportunity to becoming profitable in Forex trading. All you're just doing is you're leveraging on our experience to make money in the market. And that's an easy way to make money. So the most important one is actually you learning how to do it by yourself. So if you have this week, this is the month of March, we're starting another batch of training. Tomorrow, 2 days in a week, Tuesday and Thursday, 4 times. That's 2 days this week, 2 days next week. And I tell you that you go from beginner to intermediate and to some level of advanced as a trader if you come to our analysis and into our physical training session. 2 locations, Abuja and Lagos. Abuja is the head office of PU Prime in Nigeria and even Africa. So I encourage you to join us at these 2 locations, Tuesday tomorrow and Thursday also. The next week Tuesday and next week Thursday. We've compressed it such that it's shorter now, but then still power packed, still loaded with a lot of educative content on how to trade, on how to take you from beginner to advanced student within a space of 2 weeks. All right, so I've dropped the signal in the Connect group also. So that's the end of the analysis this morning. Take care. Have a great week ahead. Bye-bye.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a great week.
You're welcome.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
You're welcome, sir.